Hello, welcome to ABC's Grab-and-Go on-demand webcast. Thanks for taking your time to review this presentation on the 2010 emissions engine overview. ABC's Grab-and-Go webcasts are designed to provide short introductions to service information, warranty information, repair procedures, new technologies, and technical information on Von Hool and GCA coaches distributed by ABC. We will be covering the installations of the 2010 emission engines in current Von Hool T2145 and C2045 series coaches, as well as engines in the M1235 and 3035 RE midsize coaches manufactured by General Coach America, GCA. We will also be presenting information on diesel exhaust fluid, commonly referred to as DEF. Beginning with the Von Hool coaches, the two engine models we will be discussing are as follows: the Detroit Diesel DD13 12.8 liter engine, as well as the Cummins ISX 11.9 liter engine. Both of these engines meet all EPA 2010 on-highway emission standards. The first engine we will be discussing is the Detroit Diesel DD13. Von Hool has chosen the 450 horsepower, 1650 pounds-feet torque version of this engine. When coupled with the Allison B500 transmission, followed by a 342:1 final drive axle ratio, this package offers superior fuel economy. As we move along, please review the enclosed right-hand view of the DD13 engine. It is quite a bit different from the old Series 60 engines we are accustomed to. Several changes are noticeable. The first significant change is that the starter position has been moved to the right-hand side of the engine. In addition, the gear train has been relocated to the back of the engine, therefore providing a quieter running engine. The rear gear train also allows for installation of other accessories on the back of the engine. Also, extensive exhaust system modifications have been made. Now we are moving over to the left side of the engine. As shown in this photo, the air compressor has been relocated to the rear of the engine, which was facilitated again by the gear train being moved to the back of the engine. Additionally, the fuel and oil filters have been relocated, as well as significant design changes to the air intake system and manifold have been made. This photo provides a view of the DD13 installed in the C2045 Von Hool coach. Customers familiar with Von Hool coaches will notice that the original engine compartment layout and design have been maintained. As you can also see in the photo, the cooling package design remains very close to the 2007 powertrain installations. Dual Bosch 140 amp alternators have been replaced by dual Prestolite 155 amp alternators and have been relocated to the left side of the coach. The HVAC compressor system remains virtually unchanged. The after-treatment method chosen by Von Hool for the DD13 is the Detroit Diesel one-box design. It incorporates the diesel particulate filter, the selective catalyst reduction device, and the DEF injector device all in one unit. This method provides a compact packaging option for all three emissions components. In review, the DPF is a common device since the 2007 emission engines, and a modified version of that is present here. The DEF injector, new for 2010, meters the diesel exhaust fluid into the exhaust system to begin the final cleaning process. The SCR device provides the final step in the exhaust aftertreatment. It is basically a catalytic converter that takes the DEF injected engine exhaust through the last cleaning phase. The lower photo illustrates the internal components to the one-box after-treatment device. In this slide, you can see the installation of the one box in the left rear corner of a C2045. This component replaces the previous DPF installations. With this unit being taller in design, the batteries had to be relocated to the right side of the coach in front of the drive wheels. This completes the Detroit Diesel DD13 review. We will now move to the Cummins installation. As we move to the Cummins engine specs, we see that the ISX 11.9 liter engine is supplied to Von Hool in the 425 horsepower version with 1,650 pounds-feet of torque. Cummins equipped coaches will be available later this year. However, we will review the installation progress. In reviewing this right-hand photo, the Cummins engine will have one engine-mounted alternator as shown in conjunction with the belt-driven coolant pump. The other alternator will be mounted in the typical Van Hool location on the AC compressor plate in the Cummins-powered vehicles. Both alternators are Prestolite 155 amp rated. As we look at the left-hand engine view, it is somewhat typical as previous engines from Cummins. However, the air intake system has been substantially modified. Many components such as the air compressor and starter remain in the same standard locations. This photo presents the installation of the ISX engine in the C2045 coach. As with the DD13 installation, most previous Von Hool customers will be familiar with the layout of the engine compartment. However, the AC compressor and engine-mounted alternator had revised belt tension adjusters. This display photo shows the three individual components of the Cummins after-treatment system. The DPF, DEF injector, and the SCR device are individually packaged. Although the theory and operation is the same as the Detroit Diesel one box, the installation is somewhat different. Shown here in this photo is the installation of the Cummins after-treatment devices in the C2045. Even with the very different after-treatment designs between the Cummins and the Detroit Diesel systems, Von Hool engineers were able to keep it located in the same left rear corner. This change, however, as with the one-box design, has required that the batteries be relocated in front of the right-hand drive tires. Cummins equipped coaches are scheduled to be available later this year. We will now move to the new engines in the GCA coaches. In both midsize coaches, the Cummins ISB 6.7 liter EPA 2010 engine is used. The M1235 and the 3035 RE will use this engine, however with different horsepower and torque ratings. In the GCA M1235 coach, the engine is set at 220 horsepower with 520 pound-feet of torque. The engine is matched with an Allison PTS 2100 transmission. This slide shows a typical display model of the 2010 6.7 liter engine. The new 3035 RE engine selection and installation are still under engineering review at this time. We will now review diesel exhaust fluid. What is it, how to purchase it, and what does it do? Diesel exhaust fluid, DEF, is a non-toxic solution of 67.5% water and 35.5% automotive grade urea. DEF helps turn exhaust NOx into water vapor and nitrogen gas. DEF is available at most truck stops, diesel fueling facilities, and engine distributors and dealers. Container sizes can range from 1 gallon, 2.5 gallon, 55 gallon, and 275 gallon totes. DEF usage can range anywhere from 2% to 5% of fuel depending on driving habits, loads, and engine sizes. Consult your local engine supplier or ABC location for additional purchasing information. DEF tanks on Van Hool coaches are located between the drive tires. The filler neck and door is located in the wheel well panel between the right-hand drive and tag wheels. The DEF tank is a 23-gallon size with 22-gallon usable capacity. Current figures show DEF usage to be about 1 gallon to 350 driving miles. Usage will vary with duty cycle, highway conditions, driving habits, loads, etc. DEF tanks on the GCA M1235 midsize coaches are located on the right-hand side in front of the fuel tank. The right-hand filler door in this photo is for the DEF tank. It is properly marked to make sure that fuel is not introduced into the DEF tank and DEF fluid is not introduced into the fuel tank. The tank size is 10 gallons. Usage estimates show a 1 gallon DEF usage to 50 gallons of diesel fuel. DEF usage will vary with duty cycles, highway conditions, driving habits, loads, etc. In closing, ABC hopes that this short introduction to the 2010 emission engine offerings in the new 2011 model year coaches offered by ABC will enable you to make informed powertrain purchasing decisions. As always, please feel free to call ABC's customer care department for technical support questions. It is toll-free 877-427-7278. Thank you for your time.